Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi. If you are new here, welcome. So before we get too far into the video, I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure that you guys turn on your post notifications so that you get alerted every time I post a new video. Also make sure that y'all like and comment on this video. So I know that I have been like really inconsistent with my videos, which I am working on that. I'm trying to start posting at least 2 to 3 videos a week, and it will be different categories. Like on Mondays I might do videos like this where I'm just, you know, giving a little bit of inspiration, telling you guys a little bit about my journey, my spiritual journey, my healing journey, and what that's been like for me, and different tools and tips that I think are beneficial. And then I'm thinking like Wednesdays I might do vlogs, and I'm debating on Friday I might do different plant-based meals, because I did change my diet up probably about I changed my diet like 2 months ago, or almost 2 months ago. And so I have been eating a plant-based diet. I am thinking about going back to eating seafood, so I will probably be pescatarian. And even still with me you know, switching to pescatarian, I might still make different plant-based meals, because that will be the majority of what I eat. I'm not adding meat back in my diet at all. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about doing, but I'm definitely getting ready to start being more consistent with these videos. So if you guys have any suggestions, or if there's anything that y'all want me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section. But for this video, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about my my journey to healing myself, which I am still on this journey, because I do have days, like even today was one of them, where I feel kind of like I get in my head a lot, and it's like that self-defeating energy, and I'm trying to release myself of that. So you know, self-doubt and all that crazy stuff that pops up into our head. So I am still working on myself, but I have come a very long way in my journey, and so I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. So for me, and then of course tell y'all the different things that I've done so far that have helped me to get to where I'm at. So for me, it really started I would say back in about 2017. So like the end of 2016, me and my mom, we started a candy store, Candy Cravens, and we opened it up in our mall. And neither one of us really did too much research on the actual location that we decided to open it up in. And so we didn't really realize how slow our mall had gotten. But I will say, like, when we first opened, it was during the holidays, so we did get a lot of business, and the business was running very well. But once the holidays went away, the mall like completely slowed down, and with that our business slowed down. So the money that we had put into the business, it was very hard to get a lot of that stuff paid back off. We were starting to lose money trying to keep the business open rather than making money. So we decided to go ahead and close it down. But if we were in a busy mall, most likely would still be open, because a lot of people love the idea that we had, and we are thinking about reopening. So keep that name in y'all's mind, Candy Cravens. But yeah, so in that time, I was working in a doctor's office full time, and probably about a few months before we opened the candy store, I quit my part-time job. I was waiting tables on the weekends, and instead of just going back to the restaurant that I was working at to pick up more part-time hours, I kind of got into a little bit of a depression, because, and the thing is like I was already in a depression, but that situation kind of sunk me deeper into it. So I was kind of depressed about the fact that I wasn't really making enough money to pay all that stuff back. And so it was just like, it was a lot. I couldn't think straight. So going back to get another job, I don't know why that didn't come in my mind, but at the time it just didn't. So I'm like struggling, trying to pay some stuff off. So I was depressed because I was having a hard time paying that stuff back off. I kept like getting in my head like just really, really negative thoughts, which is why you got to be really careful the things that you say to yourself. And a lot of times, like, we don't even realize that we are saying these negative things to ourselves. And when you speak negative things onto yourself, you start to manifest a lot of negative things. Why am I saying negative like that? You start to manifest a lot of negative things in your life. So you have to be really, really careful of what it is that you're saying to yourself. And that's one thing that I clearly was not doing. So I just was saying so much negative to me about me. And it really got in my head and just made everything worse. Like, it seemed like my money situation got worse, and it made my depression get worse. Like, it was just a bad situation, and I couldn't think straight when I was in it. So, like, you know, the logical thing would have been to just find you a part-time job or go back to your old job and, you know, pick up some extra shifts so you can make some extra money. But my mind was not there. So I had a few times where I just didn't have money for a lot of things, like even necessities. So I had a lot of times where I just was like, no money. I had no money in my accounts because I was literally getting paid and then paying bills, getting paid, paying bills, like legit living paycheck to paycheck, and it sucked. And so I was like, you know, I gotta come out of this. Like, I cannot keep walking around feeling like this. And so one day I was at work, and it was a slow day, and so I picked up a magazine and started reading it. Mark Cuban was on the front of it, and he was just in there, you know, telling his story or whatever. And he said that he used to listen to a lot of motivational speakers, and that really helped him kind of come out of his situation a little bit. It was one of the things that he used to help him. And so I was like, well, let me try that out. So I started listening to a lot of different motivational speakers, but the two that I listened to the most were Tony Robbins and Les Brown. And so one of them said something about meditation. So I was like, well, let me look into meditation. And so I started trying to get into it, but I was never really consistent with it. So it was working for me, but it wasn't working like how I was expecting it to work. And then another thing that I heard, I want to say Tony Robbins mentioned was, it was affirmations. And so one affirmation, like I went and I wrote down like a list of different financial affirmations that I could say, but there was one affirmation that I said all the time, and it was I always have money. And once I started saying that, like every day I'm saying I always have money, I always have money. And after a while I did always have money, but like I would always have like at least $1 in my account. So yeah, I always had money, but I still didn't have no money. And so one day I was like, you know what, you gotta like switch this up a little bit because you need more than just $1. So the affirmations do really, really help. But even with the stuff that I was doing, I still wasn't seeing significant changes. Like, I saw minor changes within myself. Like, I started to pay attention to the way that I was thinking and the things that I was saying and trying to have a more positive mindset, but it was really, really hard to do, especially when you're in negative environments. And for me, the job that I was working at the time was one of them. So I knew it got to a point in 2018 when I was like, okay, I gotta quit this job. And luckily I was able to go back to the restaurant that I was working at. So I went back there, but I had to get out of that environment because it wasn't helping with like the path that I was trying to be on. I'm like, I can't be trying to be positive and be in such a negative environment. So I went ahead and left there. So last year is when I really started to get into really working on the law of attraction, changing my mindset, you know, being more positive, trying to do like different daily routines that might help me, like journaling, meditation, but even with the stuff that I was doing, I was still not being consistent. So fast forward to now this year, the pandemic happens, and for me personally, like, you know, I know a lot of people, this pandemic has not been good for them, both mentally, emotionally, financially. Like, it's been hard for a lot of people, but for me, this was a time for me to like sit back and really reflect on myself, and that's what I did. So I've been doing a whole lot of self-reflecting, but in the beginning of the pandemic, like, because I was working in a restaurant, I was one of the first people to be out of work. So I'm sitting at home watching Netflix all day, trying different meals to cook. Like, the days were like legit just passing me by, and I'm looking like, I just woke up. Like, it's already 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like, what happened to the day? And so I said, okay, now is the time for you to really sit down and focus on something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. So I was like, okay, well, what have I been wanting to do? And the first thing that came to my mind was daily meditation. So I was like, okay, we're going to put daily meditation into our routine and see how it works. And the first 2 weeks for me, I started to see changes, like in my level of self-awareness. Like, I was more aware of the negative things that I was doing. I was aware already of some of the stuff, but I wasn't in the position, or maybe just not mentally ready to change them. So being able to just sit still, not having to work, not having to really do anything, I could focus on the things that I wanted to fix about myself. So that's what I started to doing.
Bruh.
That's what I started to do. And it also helped with like my mental clarity. So a lot of times, and we all do this, like when we have something pop into our minds that we're thinking about doing, a decision that we want to make about something, we always ask so many different people their opinions. But it helped me to be able to come up with those decisions confidently on my own without having to ask so many other people's opinions about what they think that I should do about a situation. So that's really helped me a lot. And not only that, it's given me inner peace, which is something that I never really even realized that I was looking for until I got it. And it is an amazing feeling, let me tell you. But that's what I started doing. So I started meditating every day. And I still do my daily meditation. I have lately been slacking off a little bit, but I have been meditating throughout the day, like doing different guided meditations, but I haven't been doing the meditations that I was doing before. So I guess I am still meditating. I'm not gonna be that hard on myself. So I am still doing my daily meditations. Another thing that really helped me was journaling. So I always tell people, like, whenever you feel a certain way about something, like that you feel like you can't talk to nobody about, or something that you've just been holding on to, just get it out of you. Like, write it down, get it out of you. And so that's what I started doing. And it's just released so much that I had like pent up inside of me. So that helped me to release a lot of the things that I had been holding on to. And then another thing is learning how to like really let stuff go. Forgiveness is like one of the big things that I learned. I've forgiven myself for things that I've done to myself in the past. I've forgiven other people for things that they've done to me in the past. Like I've forgiven a lot. And it's like, it's weird. It's not weird, but I guess when you're not used to being like that, it is a little bit. But it's helped so much with just feeling like a weight has been lifted off of me. So now where I'm at in my journey is just learning how to keep a positive mindset, like especially when you got a lot of stuff coming at you. Like, you got to learn how to keep a positive mindset, because if you don't, you will continue to attract the things that you fear. Like, if you having money problems and you keep stressing out about where you're gonna get your next money for, where you're gonna get money for, what am I trying to say, good Lord, where you trying to get money from to pay a bill, or whatever it might be, that stress is going to continue to attract negative things into your life. And especially for your money, like you're not going to have any money because you keep stressing out about not having money. So you're not going to have money. When you think positive, like if something bad happens to you, you got to instantly flip it to something positive. You got to see the bright side, look on the bright side, like they say. And it makes a difference, but it is not easy. And that is where I'm at right now with it. I feel like every day it does get easier, but I still have my days where it's hard to pull myself out of it. But it is starting to get easier. So that's the good part about it, is that I'm really starting to come out of that negative mindset and starting to attract more to things that I want in my life. So I can't wait to see where that takes me, like once I fully get there. But those have been the main things for me so far. And there's so many resources. The first step to anything is admitting or acknowledging that there's something in your life that needs to change. And then you have to figure out how to change it. And there are so many different resources. You have counselors that you can talk to. You got the internet, there's YouTube, there's so many different support groups. Like you have so many different tools that you can utilize to help you, because it's not an easy journey. Like for me, I've had my cousin with me. So whenever I am feeling a type of way, or even with her, whenever she's feeling a type of way, we use each other to lift each other back up. And it's helped so much on this journey, because if I didn't have her, I probably would, I doubt that I would be where I'm at right now. So thanks, Chelsea. But yeah, so far that's where I'm at with it. I just wanted to share that with y'all and let y'all know that no matter how tough it gets on your journey, it gets better. Like it's not always gonna be peaches and cream. It is not always gonna be easy, but it does get better. And you just gotta, like, working on yourself is legit a daily task. You gotta wake up with a positive mindset. You gotta have a positive mindset throughout the day. If something bad happens to you, you gotta keep a positive mindset. Like, don't let situations defeat you, because that defeat makes you start talking to yourself negative, and that just, it's a ripple effect. Like, one bad thing happens and then it just keeps happening. So you got to be kind to yourself. Tell yourself it's okay. If you have some like you like to plan your day out and your day doesn't go as planned, don't stress out about it. Just tell yourself it's fine, it's okay. Whatever I didn't get done today will get done tomorrow. Like, everything happens for a reason. So if your day didn't go as planned, there was probably a bigger reason for why it didn't go the way that it was supposed to. So think about it that way. Like, there was a reason that your day didn't go the way that you planned, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Every day is a new day. So you have a brand new day tomorrow to do that thing again. So just don't beat yourself up. As hard as it gets, stay on this journey, because it is well worth it. Like, it's not something that's gonna happen to you overnight, but the more you get into the habit of doing it, like, every day, it's like the time is gonna start to kind of fly by, and then you're gonna look up and be like, wow, I've changed a lot. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. If I could think of anything else that I might have missed in this video, I will leave it in the description. But yep, I think that's all I got for y'all today. So y'all look out for my Wednesday video. Will be uploading a vlog, and we'll see about the Friday thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, and I'll see if I want to do the plant-based meals, if that's something that y'all are interested in. But yeah, so until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. And y'all just please bear with me. I'm still figuring out this YouTube thing. It is a little awkward and uncomfortable at first, being in front of a camera, but the more I do this, the better I will be. So I hope that y'all stick around and continue to watch me grow on my channel. But if there's any topics that y'all want me to talk about on Mondays, please let me know in the comment section, and make sure that you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications. All right, so I will see y'all in the next video.